to take a look at the figures themselves. And as you can see, I struggled to get the Frost Giant here into frame. So you can see how big he is. I mean, check out Loki all the way down there, and he's right next to his foot, and that's how big a figure this guy is. This is my first giant set from Marvel Universe. I guess we'll take a look at the Frost Giant first, and we'll put the little Loki, even though you can barely see him, we'll put him to the side. This really is a nice sculpt. I like the armor piece here, the detail inside here, the fur detail here, the rope detail, detail on the weapons. You can see, look at his veins in his arm, his face, nice pointy ears, the nose ring and teeth. Got a real sinister look, glare. And in there, there's even detailing underneath there. So much so that I really, I'm thinking that this might be leftover sculpt from the Toy Biz Lord of the Rings, and be like a 2-up version of it. Probably not, but there's the same amount of detail with like dings and tarnish on the metal that Lord of the Rings had, so it just makes me think of the old Toy Biz Lord of the Rings stuff. It's pretty good. There's a little bit of scrapes and mess up on the arm here. He's painted blue, going with the, I guess, the Frost Giant. The blue makes people think of cold, so they painted this guy blue, and the Frost Giants in the movie are blue as well. So for accessories, you have the helmet and the axe. We'll take a look at the helmet first. Pretty cool. A helmet of some mythological creature that I probably would not want to run into this creature in a dark alley. And there's a hole in the skull, which is pretty obviously where this guy killed whoever's skull this was, or whatever skull this was, and has claimed it for his own. And it looks pretty cool on him. Now the axe here, the axe is really, it's hard to get in and out of his hand here because of the way his fingers are positioned. But I will try and, there, it is made of a softer plastic there, but it has a very nice stone feel to it. And oh hey, look at that spike on the end. I wonder, let's see, hey look, so I guess we know what killed that guy. And you can see it's the wrapping here and the wooden detailing to make this look like a long piece of tree. Well, I guess it would be a whole tree, the trunk of a tree, instead of a branch, since he is a giant. And we'll try and force this back in there. So let's do articulation. The head moves left and right and can look up and down some. The arms are limited by their articulation because of the fur on top here, which I didn't even notice till now, has this sort of like white, silverish white, I don't know if it's a wash or something, but it looks like there's snow on it. And I just noticed that right now. So that's a neat little thing. Let's see. Oh yes, so his arms do go forward and back that far. Out and in, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow. It is a pretty stiff joint there. Rotate at the wrist there. Bend at the wrist in this hand. This hand, the fingers are permanently molded into position. I guess to grip the axe with. However, this hand, the fingers are all individually articulated. Well, he does have a nice ratcheted ab crunch joint there. It is kind of stiff though. He doesn't have any waist articulation, and his loincloth here around his midsection limits his legs a lot. He has that sort of funky Hasbro type hip joint, and because of the thing here, I can't get that joint to work. All that moves is the thigh swivel there, and if you can tell which position he's in, it does move forward and back a little bit, but I can't get that small ball joint to move. So that's the only bad thing about it, and it's really necessary because the weight of this figure really pushes down on the legs, so that would help immensely. So I'm not too happy about that. He does have double knee joints. His feet do bend. They look like they should have some ankle pivot, but don't. And that's another thing that this figure could have benefited from, is a nice ankle pivot. This guy is a little bit problematic in getting him balanced just right, but once you get him into a good position, he'll pretty much stay in that position. So it's just, the trouble is getting him, fiddling around with him. He won't be able to get in very many poses. So let's take a look at the other figure, Loki. Loki, he's down here. Oh, yeah, there he is. So Loki is a typical Marvel Universe figure, has all the same articulation. He's got a really great sculpt, like that face sculpt, that evil glee that's captured in that face sculpt is cool. He's got his trademark horn helmet with the horse's mane tail. That's not Loki's hair. Loki has dark hair. It's just like a horse's mane in the back of the helmet. Really nice gold color on that. Nice green, like two-tone green. It's got like a light green with a darker green wash, almost a black wash. Um, nice, I guess that's tampoed on the chainmail pattern on the front. Like I said, he's got all the regular articulation of a Marvel Universe figure: head, arm out, bicep, elbow, swivel at the wrist, upper torso articulation, legs, forward, back, out, double knee joints, rotate and bend at the ankles. Great. Really happy to get this Loki. It's the only way you'll get the comic book design Loki. Loki is such a must-have villain. I kind of wish the Marvel Legends Loki looked like this. The Legends Loki was a bit of a disappointment. So let's see, Loki first appeared in Journey into Mystery number 85 in 1962. If you want to get technical, there was a Loki that appeared in Venus number 6 in 1949, which was retconned to be the Loki from the Marvel Universe. Was radically different from the Loki that we all know and love. I don't know if you know this, but Loki was the son of the Frost Giant King, King Loki, with a Aesir women, the Aesir being the race that the Norse gods were. And so Loki kept Loki hidden from the other giants because he was, well, obviously, not only was he an illegitimate son, but he was a tiny person with respect to the giants. And so he was ostracized. However, when Loki was still a kid, Loki fell to Odin during the many battles that the Frost Giants had with the Asgardians. And Odin found Loki and adopted him as his son. Did a like a blood brother ritual type thing with Loki. So it was as if he was now his biological son. And Loki grew up alongside Odin's true biological son, Thor. Now, Thor was everything the Asgardians thought of as what it meant to be Asgardian. Now, he was strong and brave and a little lunkish at times. Loki was none of this. So he soon resorted to guile and trickery to accomplish things. Started to get an interest in sorcery. So, of course, his mischief and trickery grew into more evil deeds. Loki's evil eventually became too much for Odin to bear, and he was imprisoned within a tree until someone shed a tear for him. Even locked in, trapped within this tree, Loki was able to manipulate someone into releasing him. He resumes his vendetta against Thor and his ambition to take over Asgard he's responsible for bringing the Avengers together in an attempt to use the Hulk against Thor. He's created a lot of villains in the Marvel Universe, from the Absorbing Man, the Wrecker, and even though he plots to overthrow Odin and take control of Asgard, he will defend it against outside forces. Because, well, you can't rule what's destroyed. There is some form of, I don't know, loyalty, I guess you could say. He had a female form for a little bit. Well, that's because all the gods were killed, yet were able to be resurrected in mortal form. The mortal form he took was a female. He operated as a female Loki for a while, having some dealings with Doctor Doom and becoming part of the cabal that orchestrated Norman Osborn's rise from being a nutso guy to the head of Hammer. Eventually, he pushes Osborn into a full mental break, leading to the siege of Asgard. During that siege, Loki is killed by the Void/Sentry and literally ripped apart, which I guess is the best way to kill gods. Just ask Ares, because he was ripped apart too. Just recently resurrected by Thor. So now he is in a teenaged body. Thor is trying to give him a second chance, and it's up in the air whether that second chance will take evil ways. And I pretty much guarantee that he will return to his evil ways, because Loki is Loki. That'll be it for the Loki and Frost Giant 2-pack. Stay tuned for more Marvel Universe and some more probably Thor movie figures that fit into the Marvel Universe scale. And until then, I'll see you.